Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for February 7th, 2025. We've got what is this, like Nocturne Corn Guild's Menagerie? Yeah. And we've got Trashing from Monastery. Draw is Carnival. Villages, Blessed Village, Ghost Town. We've got some plus buy from Snowy Village and Stockpile. So we've got all the tools more or less we need here. We definitely want to get some stockpiles. I think the question is, do we want to open Monastery or not? We do want the trashing, ultimately. But it's definitely not the strongest of openers. Not that all the alternatives here are like so amazing, but Stockpile Monastery just definitely doesn't excite me anyway. Oh, we have the goat. Okay. I missed that somehow, but yeah, Pixie, right. Nocturne, of course, there's heirlooms. So I think that pushes me actually towards forget about Monastery. We'll just open. I could see Blessed Village or maybe Bard. Probably go Blessed Village. Because, like, I think we're going to want to add draw to our deck pretty quickly here. Nice. Wait, can you get... You can get your stockpiles out of exile by buying a stockpile and exchanging for changelings. You can keep stockpiles going for a long time, potentially. That's interesting. I mean, if your opponent empties the stockpiles, like, not really, but... Okay, so they do get a young witch. You have 6 here, and then 4 coins coming up. It's a little bit awkward. Maybe we should take a monastery here. We could go like Blessed Village Monastery. We're not guaranteed. Oh no, wait. We only need to hit 3 to get the stockpile back. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. If they're going to play with Young Witch, we're going to want the monastery and... Huh. Well... Okay. I'm fine with triggering a shuffle here. Oh. Alright, unfortunately... No... Well, So you have 3 coins down there again. And then we also have our Blessed Village, our other Blessed Village, Curse State. Village Curse Estate, Copper, Monastery. Yeah, we're too unlikely to hit money for stockpile here. So yeah, we could exchange for changeling. I don't want to yet, but that's good to know. All right, let's just pick up a pixie here. Why? Damn it. Really not that likely. Could just hit 5 here. Get a carnival. We do have 2 stockpiles coming up, though. I think I want to trash. Okay. Oh, feel. Wait, they got. What did they get? Earths? To gain blessed, to gain fields and then flames. God, that's an. And forest. Jesus Christ. Alright, this has got to be carnival stockpile. Still don't want changeling off of this. Two silvers. At some point, stockpiles are going to run, and we're going to need payload. I might want to take this. Just like they haven't done it yet, you know. Hmm. Oh, there is camel train. I didn't register that. All right. I think between that and the timing of it, I'm gonna say no. My God, every time. I mean, not that you know. Well, if it had drawn the Blessed Village first, yeah. This Wisp has seen in Blessed Village every single time. That's crazy. We could just turtle the carnival. Seems reasonable. Okay. We still have a stockpile down there, so I don't feel an urgent need to buy a stockpile this turn. We have a village on top, and we've turtled a carnival, so I don't really. Maybe we should. I guess we could go ahead and get a camel train now. I'm thinking, like, I don't really need another stockpile right this moment, and I don't really need a ghost town right this moment either. We know we have a Blessed Village on top, but I would like another carnival. So go carnival camel train, I think. Exchanging the camel train for a changeling is interesting. I could get behind that. Another camel train later, we get to exile another gold to get payload out at some point. Yeah, and then meanwhile we use it to gain another carnival, probably. Yeah, I'm down for that. Maybe I should have done stockpile, but we did we draw 4? Go stockpile Monastery Curse. We did. Play Pixie now. Oh, need to do that. We have another Carnival down here. We could turtle that if we draw it, though. Okay, which I think we want to do. I mean, those two cards. I think there's another Blessed Village in there. Oh, the Changeling's in there. Ah, we want to get the Changeling. Yeah, all right. Okay, we can turtle the Wisp. That's still pretty good. Yeah, I probably should have gotten more stockpiles. But, all right, so we have 3 stockpiles in exile. Do we want to get 3 stockpiles in a Changeling or 4 stockpiles? I'm going to say 3 stockpiles in a Changeling, actually, just because I don't want... I'm not going to be able to empty the stockpiles here, and I don't want them to be able to empty them on their turn. And then Changeling is going to become Carnival, so I think we take... Actually, we're going to take... Are we going to take Blessed Village? Maybe we take... Another Camel Train? I mean, we're not spending all of our money, but that's probably okay. We have the Wisp coming in, so we're going to have plus actions. We don't really need another village this coming turn. I think this time I don't exchange for Changeling, though. So they got another stockpile. All right, this turn I might have to go ahead and empty Carnival first. Wow, that's really surprising, given that we have more stockpiles down there. We have enough to trigger an Earth's Gift if we need to with Pixie, so I think Pixie now. We don't need that. This village. Can't. We are an action short of being able to turtle both of these and play the Camel Train, unfortunately. But turtling the Carnival's probably good enough. Do we just take another gold? I think so. So we're going to want 3 for a stockpile and 6 for gold, which leaves 2 here. We could just trash the monastery at this point and grab another Pixie. I think that's reasonable. Like, yeah, we might get tagged with a curse per turn. Whatever. We'll have one copper around. I mean, that's not ideal, but it's fine. I don't think I want to exchange that, do I? Maybe I do. Like, because my plus buy is going to be limited pretty soon. Three gold. If we get stuck with no stockpiles, we'll probably want more than 3 gold. 4 gold to be precise. Okay, so I think we do the stockpile exchangey thing again. And that's, I guess, the other reason is because we don't need 2 changelings, not really. Now we had. Do we need another carnival now? With 1 carnival turtled, or do we take a blessed village? We did add a bunch of stop cards, but we also had like big overdraw. I'm gonna still say 1 more carnival for now. That's a lot of turtling. What the hell? Okay, they did empty the stockpiles. They're not really like drawing though, is the thing. They have. Nope. Okay, now we're not drawing 4. That's not super surprising. Alright, we're gonna have to get into Snowy Village this turn, that much is clear. So we discarded Blessed Village, gold, and nothing? Wait, then what was the other? Why is there 3 cards in the discard? Oh, the curse. Right, okay. Every time. Every single freaking time. It's incredible. Sky Skipped again. Alright, so we're obviously doing that. Might actually just take a second Snowy Village here with the camel train. Because we'll probably need the buys. I mean, I guess it depends on whether we play all our stockpiles or not, but either way. This turn we're going to take another Blessed Village with the Changeling, I think. Yeah, I think Snowy. Like, I guess, okay. 12, 13, 14, 17 and 2 buys, 20 and 3 buys, 23 and 4 buys. We do 20 and 3 buys, that's like double province Snowy Village, and then we get the 2 Snowy Villages. That makes sense to me. And we still have a stockpile left. We are gaining 2 snowy villages. Maybe, is it possible that we should actually get another carnival rather than the blessed village? It is possible. Hold on. Piles are super low. I did not notice this at all. But back it up, back it up, back it up. We have a changeling. The AI has just taken so many pixies. So we exile Carnival, we changeling for Carnival. Yeah, that should be a win. Sure, whatever. This is, I think I've talked about this before. I can't remember, like recently. I can't remember whether it was while playing one of the dailies or one of the campaign missions. But like, this is one of the things that the AI does that I just get confused about. And admittedly, I wasn't paying that close attention to piles myself. But like, I don't know. I'm a human. Like it's easy enough for me to like overlook something, right? It's understandable if the AI like doesn't know how to do something because it hasn't figured it out. But if it knows how to do something, then it shouldn't make a mistake of like forgetting or like overlooking something. So this is the kind of thing that I find very confusing about the AI's behavior. Like, why would you lower piles this much? So what did it do on its turn? It bought 2 stockpiles and a pixie, all of which lowered piles. It didn't gain any points. I mean, it gave me a curse, but like you have to know that realistically, I'm likely to be able to trash that anyway. And even if I hadn't trashed it, I was able to win. But like, I and also like, why is it just turtling all this stuff? Like, turtle is useful. Don't get me wrong, but what's the like game plan here? It's so weird. Like, this is a terminal young witch because it's got all this stuff set aside, but it had. I mean, they finished a game with 3 carnivals. Like, you could be drawing with that stuff. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Um, did I really only have 3 blessed villages? Huh. I guess the deferring the actions was enough to keep me going, but yeah, it's just strange. It's just strange that like the AI is like so. I mean, and I think I was talking about this too. Like it is understandable that the AI is like more risk tolerant than a human, because a human player like will have like often have like a risk aversion bias. And so like, in the situation where it's like, okay, I can do this thing that risks losing the game next turn, or I can do this other thing that doesn't risk that. Like, even if that in the long term, the odds of you losing are actually higher if you do the thing that doesn't risk losing the game next turn. A lot of people will like basically kick the can down the road there because they're not going to estimate that accurately, for one thing, and for another thing, it's like you don't like, it feels risky now, whereas like delaying that like doesn't feel risky in the same way, even if it just means you're like putting off the inevitable, so to speak. The AI doesn't have that issue like in a from like an emotional standpoint, so it makes sense that it is like less risk averse that way. But like incurring unnecessary risk, that's the thing that I find like there's no reason, right, that like you have to buy a pixie here, or that you have to empty the stockpiles, like you, or for that matter, that you have to like take this like underwhelming turn. I mean, I don't know, maybe maybe they didn't have any carnivals in hand, but even if not, like you might have drawn one off of these 3 cantrips, like, well, slash the village. Like, I mean, effectively they're all villages. Like you might have had like a really big turn. I don't know. Like, it's just, yeah. So that's something I continue to remain perplexed by, is like that the AI will just not care that it is. It's like, does it not assess like the quality of my deck? It should be pretty trivial for it to do that. Like for it to track my deck and know, okay, you know, you have 3 stockpiles, you have 4 buys, you have a changeling, so that's 5 gains. I must have had another gain, because did I have 4 stockpiles? No. Oh, camel train. Right. Yeah, so like camel train, you have 6 gains, so you have, that's exactly enough to, if I lower this much, like all it had to do was not like just not take that pixie, and then I can't end the game. Does that mean the AI is going to win? Probably not. But what is the value of gaining that pixie? It's just so weird. Like, I don't know. If anybody has any ideas on that, I'd love to hear them, because I find it like a human doing that. Yeah, sure. You missed it. It's fine. Whatever. It happens. The AI doing it, it's like, why? What are you? What? So strange. I don't know. I mean, maybe the problem is that my mental model is too much thinking about it as something that has like a more like designed thought process, rather than something that where it's like it just for whatever reason hasn't like learned to track the opponent's deck or something along those lines. I don't really know. Like maybe it's like has just a heuristic that says like, oh, this isn't lowering piles enough, you know, to care, or I don't know. Maybe I'm mentally modeling this totally wrong, but it's still very surprising to me. But in any case, in terms of the kingdom, I think it should be like, I don't know. It should probably be in somebody's interest to empty the stockpiles as the AI did here. But probably not the player with less draw and more junk. I mean, not much more junk, I guess. And maybe not much less draw either. But well, less draw because it has more stockpiles. If nothing else. And also, like, just didn't have... I mean, it had all the turtle stuff, so it had plenty of village effect, like, for that particular turn or for its next turn, but it didn't have, in general, as many village effects. I guess it has a ghost town. It's like, I guess it's close, actually. How many pixies ended up in the trash? Just 2. So it was sitting on 3 pixies. Like, it had a couple of them turtle, but not all of them yet. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... It's all very strange. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot else about this kingdom, like, other than just, like I said, the thing with the stockpiles, like, it would be more fun if both players, like, do the changeling thing to keep the stockpiles available for the whole game, or, like, most of the game or whatever, but obviously at some point it's going to make sense to, like, deny that option to your opponent. So, yeah, that's whatever. I didn't get any ghost towns. I don't think that is representative of... Like, I think ghost town totally can be valuable here. I just didn't find myself in a situation where I needed it. I think, like, is it possible that I missed one? Like, absolutely. But more generally, I think it just, like, it didn't happen to work out that way. But I think you could totally make use of ghost town here. I mean, with the turtle stuff... It's definitely a little less appealing, and also like getting the boon off of Blessed Village. Like if you can get a Blessed Village, you'd probably usually rather have one. But yeah, I definitely think Ghost Town could be relevant. Young Witch thing, I don't believe in Young Witch very often, and I definitely don't believe in it here. Like when its Bane card is a trasher, it's like, no, you're wasting your time. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this kingdom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.